Hi, this is Joby here. I hope you're doing good. So in today's video, I'll be talking about blood pressure. Everything you have to know about blood pressure, what is blood pressure, why blood pressure is important, and what is something we have to do to keep our blood pressure in a healthy range, and what we can do in case the blood pressure is too high or too low. What are some of the things? There are 4 things we can do to keep our blood pressure in a healthy state. Everything what you have to know about blood pressure will be explained in this video. So before I jump into today's topic, which is blood pressure, let me ask you a few questions. If I ask you, why are you eating food? You know the answer. You will say that, Joby, if I am not eating food, I will not be able to see your videos. I will not be able to hear your voice. We are all eating food because we need energy to hear, to do, to enjoy, to play. There are a lot of things we need energy, and we are eating because of that. You know this answer. But if I ask you, why do we need air? If I ask you, why are you breathing in and breathe out? Why are we inhaling, exhaling? What is the reason? What will be your answer? Why do we need air? Why are we doing these things every time? What is the necessity? What is the need for this? If you know the answer, post this video and make a comment. In case if you don't know the answer, don't worry, keep watching and I will be explaining, because this is an important thing you have to understand in order to understand blood pressure. Because imagine you are eating that food, right? That food you eat, it goes to your mouth, and from there it goes travel and it goes to the stomach, and from there the food is divided into small pieces, and then it moves further into that small intestine where all the nutrients are getting absorbed. So whatever food you are eating, whether that is a fruits or rice or bread or chicken tikka masala or whatever that is, there are nutrients in that food, and that nutrient is what our body needs. So when food enter into small intestine, the nutrients is getting absorbed. So now imagine that food now is converted to nutrients, and that nutrients is sitting inside your intestine. Is the purpose of that nutrient is to stay there? No, it shouldn't be stay there, because this nutrient, who need these nutrients? Your cells. You are a collection of trillions of cells. From head to toe you have cells. You are a collection of cells, and these cells need nutrients in order to produce energy. Energy for the cell is called ATP, and your cells need this energy, and in order for the cells to create that energy, you need nutrients. So now the nutrients has to reach into your cells. How that is going to happen? It happens through blood. This blood have now nutrients and carbon dioxide. So now this carbon dioxide and nutrients together with blood is traveling through your lungs. The lungs, what they will do, when you take that inhale, you are inhaling oxygen and exhaling the carbon dioxide. So as I said, your blood have carbon dioxide. So now what happened to that nutritious carbon dioxide blood? It will reach to that lungs, and lungs will do some type of exchange. It will take out the carbon dioxide from that blood and give oxygen back. So now the oxygenated blood together with nutrients is in this lungs. Now still it has to reach to your cells. From here to there it has to reach. Everything is happening. This entire process is happening in your stomach area, but it has to reach to different part of your body. And how this happen? And that's when we have this heart, and the purpose of heart is to pump, make that pump back so that it can push to different part of your body. This is why this pump is important. This heart is important in order to push this nutritious blood to different part of the body, so that your cells can use that nutrients to create energy. So this is the main reasons why this blood is necessary, why nutrients is necessary, and why this heart is necessary. In order to understand, the purpose of this pressure, imagine that a tap water. You can imagine for a second a tap water. So you have tap water, and the purpose of this tap water is to bring water. So if you open the tap, you will get water. Now, if you really check where the water is falling, if you check that part, you can see sometimes, this place. So imagine that there is a tap water and the water is going into this place. And if you check this part, sometimes you can see a mark, right? Sometimes you can see maybe this part there is a little bit of hole in this area. And why this hole is happening? Because, if the water is coming in a very high pressure, it will create a hole. Right? And if the water doesn't have any pressure, what will happen? If there is no pressure, water will not come. So this is why it is really important to understand that too much of pressure will make a hole here, right? Or make damage to this area. Too less pressure means you are not getting water. So these are the two scenarios, and this is why purpose of heart is to pump that blood to different part of the body. But if the pressure is too high, this is really damaging the areas, right? And this is why too much of blood pressure is too bad. Too less of blood pressure is also very bad, because when too less of blood pressure means your body is not getting that nutrients, your body is not getting enough oxygenated blood. This is why too less of pressure is bad, too much of blood pressure is too bad, because there are a couple of things that can happen if you have too much of high blood pressure is listed here. You can have a look. Why it is important to check what is your blood pressure. If you check your blood pressure during the day, you can see different numbers, right? So the normal numbers should be 120 per 80. That means, this 120 divided by 80, what exactly it means? It makes two type of action. Imagine that this is a tube. Blood is here and it has to pump to this side. So what you do? You do a press and it will push the blood further, right? This is so there are two actions happening. One is this one, and one is the release. So that's why when you do that checkup, you can see two numbers. One is this number, and second is this release point number. And the normal number, according to American Heart Association, and there are different standards these days, but the normal number should be 120. Less than 120 is considered as a normal blood pressure, and above 80 is considered as normal. So these are the two numbers you have to think of. Normal numbers means 120 and 80, and if it is above 120 or above this number, it called the high blood pressure, and if it is less than this, it called the lower blood pressure. Now again, as I mentioned, think about that tap water example. If it is too much, it is going to damage your arteries and all this thing. So in case if you have too much of high blood pressure, then you have to ask yourself what exactly is the reason why there is a high blood pressure all over the time. Throughout the day, if you check your blood pressure, you can see different numbers. This is normal. The blood pressure can be elevated. In the morning, it is too much, too high, because you have to function. But throughout the night, the number can go down. But if you have this number elevated or high all the time or low all the time, then you need to check. You need to get help from a doctor. That's what the recommendation, because this high or low blood pressure can lead to many health issues, and that's why you need to check your blood pressure periodically in order to protect your health. Now there are some of the things you can do to make your blood pressure in a stable state. One is to check your diet. Think about it. Ask yourself, are you eating healthy food? Are you eating nutritious food? This is the first step. Second step is, are you doing any physical exercise? Are you doing any type of exercise? Body movement is really important. Maintain your weight in a healthy range. That's the second option. If you drink alcohol, that's another thing, because that alcohol is poison, and too much of alcohol is really bad. If you can cut the alcohol, that is a third option. Smoking is also very bad. Not only smell bad, but it is really damaging your lungs and everything. So this is why smoking is also very bad. If you are a smoker, just try to quit. That's one thing I did. So you can also practice how to quit smoking. So these are a couple of things you can do to keep your body healthy, keep your blood pressure in a normal stage. So I hope you understand what is high blood pressure, what is the importance of high blood pressure, what is important of blood pressure. Without blood pressure, without proper pressure, your body is not going to get nutrients. Your cells are not going to get nutrients, because the blood will not pump, and when you don't have this nutritious food coming to your cells, soon your cell is going to die. When enough cells are die, what is going to happen, right? So make sure you check your blood pressure, and if something is elevated, something is low, or something is really high, check with the doctor, get help, do the 4 things what I did previously, and this is all what we have to do to keep your body healthy in a healthy blood pressure condition. I hope you like this video. If yes, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you soon with another interesting video. Take care.